guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup that I have recently purchased. Some of this stuff is fairly new and some of it is just stuff that I newly discovered at Walmart, and also I actually went to Ulta because Ulta just opened where I live. So I purchased a few things, nothing too special. Just gonna quickly go through it. I purchased these hair gloss because I just feel like these are so in, and especially for like the summer, like they're just great to like clip my hair. I got the really big ones because I have so much hair, so like if I use like the smaller ones, they just do not grip my hair. I'm excited. They were 10 bucks for 2 of them, which I think is a pretty good deal, and they look like they're good quality. Then I also saw that in the drugstore section there were 2 things that caught my eye. So the first one was the Maybelline Cheek Kiss liquid blush. This just looks really good. They have so many different shades, and I was like, why not? I've been so into like cream blushes, so I really am curious about this. And I also got the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. So you guys know that I reviewed the foundation, but I didn't know they had a concealer. So when I saw it in store, I was like, perfect timing. And I was able to like see my shade. It was all great. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start off today with the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Water Gel Moisturizer, which I am so excited about. I've never tried this, can you believe that? I feel like it's been on the market for a while, but I just have never purchased it, and I'm so excited right now. It smells just like the mask. It does have a scent, like, in case you're wondering if it has like no scent if you do have very sensitive skin. My skin is like one of those types that like with some scents it'll be okay, and then with some other ones it will not. So I'm excited to see how it'll do with this. I like the fact that it's kind of like a tacky consistency, which can be really good, especially if you do forget to apply primer. It can be good to like make sure that the foundation or face tint like grips perfectly onto the skin. So now we're gonna move on to the next product that I have here. So this is a Milani face oil. This is the Rose Prep and Brighten face oil, and I'm excited about this, but I'm also a little bit nervous because my skin just does not do well with oils. So I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna just start off with a little bit, just so that I can, it has such a beautiful smell. Like a beautiful rose scent. Take a little bit more. I'm treading lightly with it just because it's my first time using it, so I don't wanna like go in with too much. It reminds me of the oil that I used recently from the new e.l.f. Retro collection. But it feels really nice. I feel like the oil is one of those items that I'm going to have to use a few times for me to like see if it makes a big difference. But I like the fact that it's supposed to be great for brightening skin. For me personally, when I think of oils, I more so would rather wear them by themselves or like with a very lightweight consistency face product, like a lightweight skin tint, because I feel like if I'm wearing it with foundation, it can definitely get very lost in translation, and then I can't really tell like if it actually made a difference. It looks and feels good. Doesn't feel like it's irritating my skin, which is a plus. Now we're gonna move on to the primer. So we're gonna be using the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer, and I quickly wanna see something because some of you guys mentioned that a lot of the primers from e.l.f. that are in these types of packagings have a lot of silicone in them. This one does say it has silica. So let's just go ahead and test this out. I wanna see kind of how this does, especially on the red parts of the face. I think that's where I'll mainly target it. So this is what it looks like. It looks kind of yucky. It's like a yucky tone. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply it, I think, on the cheeks to kind of see. That kind of did neutralize the tone a little bit. Like you can still see the redness, but I feel like it looks a little bit less noticeable than like these areas, just by a little bit. It feels very nice, very soft. And it still has a little bit of moisture in there. I don't know if it's also maybe like the oil and the hydrating moisturizer that are kind of making this like sink in really nicely. But I do have to say, I do feel like it helped minimize the redness just a tiny bit. It does feel very nice and silky. My face feels soft. It doesn't feel as sticky as it did before when we first applied the hydrating moisturizer, the Hydra Boost. It just all feels really good. Like there's layers on the face. So that feels really nice. So for the face, I'm gonna be using the Covergirl Clean Fresh Powder in tan, which you guys saw. But to be honest, I'm not somebody that likes to just wear powder alone. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go in with a very light layer of the Covergirl, the Clean Fresh Milk Foundation. So I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. brush, the Ultimate Blending Brush that I've been really into. And this is in the shade Tan, but I'm just gonna go in lightly with it. You guys can see, like, it's just a very lightweight product. Now, if you're looking for a matte foundation, this won't be the one for you. But I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Lately, I have not been into like intensely matte foundations. I don't know what it is. I just like things that kind of like look like skin and melt into your skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Covergirl Clean Fresh powder, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm gonna take this one. So this is an IT Cosmetics brush. And I'm just gonna be taking this. This is also in the shade Tan. In this packaging, it looks a little bit darker, but I think it should suit my complexion fine because it's literally the same exact color as the actual Skin Milk Foundation, which is what I'm wearing right now. So I think it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna press this all over the face. Now this did come, I don't know if it has, no, I think I threw it away. But it did come with like a little sponge if you just wanna use a little sponge and apply it like this. I personally rather apply powder foundation with a big fluffy brush because I feel like that big fluffy brush will give the foundation a more airbrushed finish like on the skin. So like when you're applying it, it just kind of melts into the skin as opposed to using a press little like pad. I feel like when you press it on, you can really see it. It looks so noticeable and it can look cakey through the day. So I personally would rather just apply it with a fluffy brush and just kind of give it its life like this. It looks really nice. I feel like it's the perfect setting powder for the Skin Milk Foundation. So let's say that you're somebody like me who wants to try this out, loves it, but does have very oily skin, is looking for a way to kind of make sure that the skin doesn't get too oily through the day. I think getting the matching powder will be the best way to go. I also feel like this powder is very lightweight. So like when you go in with the powder, it gives you a very natural finish. This also is a cruelty-free vegan product. Definitely am glad that I discovered this when I went to Walmart because I feel like these two will be a perfect combination for summer. I mean, I've already been using this for like on the everyday basis, but I think that having something that will help combat those oils like at an early stage is great. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start off on the eyes. So I'm just gonna be taking this Morphe brush. And I like to use this brush as of lately just to kind of prep the eye for all of the product that we're gonna be applying on top. Because I do feel like it helps my eyelids have a base for eyeshadow. So I like to do that first, and you guys can see the base is already there. And we're gonna be taking this beautiful palette by Maybelline, the Nudes of New York palette, which I am so excited about. These tones are just so me. And look at this, wow. I've been doing a lot of brown tones. I think I'm gonna go in with these more like mauve tones, purpley tones. So let's get into this. So I'm gonna start off with the first shade right here, Protector. And I'm just gonna be applying that all over. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Just all over my lid. So I'm really blowing this up like all the way through because I really want to create a lot of depth for this nice color. It's such a pretty color. And the shade's really blending out perfectly. Then I'm gonna take this other fluffy brush. This is actually from the Urban Decay Honey palette. And I'm gonna be using the shade Voyager right here. It is much darker, but it's kind of like that like purpley tone. So I'm just gonna apply that right here, just on the outer corner to kind of spice things up. And then, actually, you know what? I think I wanna lay down a matte shade in here. So I think for the matte shade, I'm going to go in with Artist right here. And I'm just gonna be applying this like all over. I'm like kind of cutting the crease, but at the same time kind of like whatever with it, just because I am gonna be applying that like liquid pen that I showed you guys in my haul. And then I'm gonna take the Maybelline Color Strike little guy. I think it goes like this. Okay, so, oh, this is cool. Ooh, I actually really like this. Do you guys see that little shimmer it gives it? And I like this because I have lashes, I'm able to really control where I set the product, and because the brush is so tiny, I feel like it really gives it just a good amount of space to really place it on the eyelid, as opposed to sometimes I feel like with brushes, because they are thicker, you have like a harder time really having to place things, and you can get things on your eyelashes, or like it can just kind of get messy. I feel like it's nice to have like such a tiny little guy that can really go exactly where you want it to go. And I wasn't even gonna pick this one up because I was like, would I really use it? They have so many beautiful colors too, and I feel like all over the lid, this would look really pretty. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend it out, because I feel like it looks a little too harsh, like too cut. So I wanna kind of blend it all out, because I feel like once I blend it, it'll look, yeah. I like this blended effect better. Sometimes cut creases can be a little too intense. And now I am gonna take the liner that I bought. So I bought this Master Precise Skinny Liner. And if I can open this, there we go. So it looks like this. And I did get this in the shade brown, sharp brown. I'm actually really excited about this eyeliner because I've been wanting a nice brown liner. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Okay, what is happening? Okay, so we have a little wing right there. It's like a very dark brown. And at first I was having difficulties because I didn't realize you had to twist from here. I thought you had to twist from the bottom, and I'm like, I literally cannot even see it. It was like all the way in, and like, it was weird. But yes, you twist from the bottom in case you do purchase this pencil. I just feel like the wing is like what really gives this look life. I feel like it's just such a soft look. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and take the Pretty Fresh ColourPop concealer. I did pick this up in the shade Medium 105 Neutral. I think the shade will be good for me. Obviously now, like, you can't really touch the testers, so you can only like look at them, and I felt like this one was probably, yeah, this was probably the most appropriate. And I feel like this is a perfect shade for like summertime when I may pick up like a slighter tan. This will be like really good. And I'm just gonna use the Tati Beauty Blendiful, and I'm gonna begin blending that out. The coverage is really nice. You guys can see, like, brightened up the under eye. And I feel like with this foundation, it really does match well. This concealer was $9, so that's like a really good price for concealer. Very affordable. You guys know that ColourPop always really comes through with their quality. And what else? Let me quickly just powder the under eye, because you guys know how that goes. It blended very, very easily, and I feel like whenever I go in with products, especially concealers that are very hydrating, I don't have to leave powder on for too long, because I feel like it just does its job right away. You guys can see how this whole look just really came together. I don't know what it is, but lately I've been really into like a little soft wing, just like this. I feel like it really elongates the eye and really also does open up the eyes. I feel like it gives it like a really nice cat eye effect, like a very subtle cat eye effect. And I feel like with the shades that I use on the lid, it also kind of just spices things up a little bit, but still looks more so on the natural wearable side and not too intensely and structured. I still love my cut creases, but I've been so much more into the like soft glam, like the soft, subtle, very blended out, diffused out looks. And I feel like that's kind of the whole vibe that like Maybelline really does give off, especially with like their spokesmodels. Like for example, Gigi Hadid, she always goes for that like very soft glam look. So that's kind of like what I'm into. I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly do this eye off camera, and then I'll come back and we can finish off the face because we still have some products to talk about. Okay, so completed the other eye really quickly, but I wanted to come back and do a little bit more work with the, where is it? I literally have so much makeup on my table, with the concealer, just because I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit more about it. I really like this concealer. I love how hydrating it is. It's super duper creamy. Like, it just feels so good on the face. And I think that this color is like my perfect color. So 105 N medium is my shade. I will have it linked down below so you guys can see it, but I think it's perfect. I'm gonna just use Araceli beauty sponge to kind of like further blend it out. But from time to time, I like to kind of highlight my face just a little bit to kind of just bring some good added dimension onto certain areas. And I just feel like it just really tackles everything on very nicely. I'm gonna quickly just bronze up. I'm gonna be using this Kokie Cosmetics matte bronzer. These are new from Kokie Cosmetics. You can find these at your local Rite Aids, or you can find these on Kokie Cosmetics website. You can also use my coupon code TheMexBeauty for 25% off your entire order. I do make a small commission out of it, but it's a win-win because you get a bomb-ass discount code on some very affordable products already, and we all just have a great time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna warm it up. I actually am using this in the shade Stay Golden, and I feel like this shade is perfect for my complexion. It just warms up my face in like the healthiest way, which you guys can see. I just really like to kind of like diffuse it into the foundation. Now that I put on some bronzer, and you guys can see the bronzer just completely just makes everything look beautiful. Now we're gonna go into the new Milani Cheek Kiss liquid blush, and I did purchase this in the shade Rose Romance. I am so excited because if you guys know, Milani has some of the best blushes from the drugstore. I am a huge fan of Milani's Luminoso. So when I saw they came out with liquid blushes, I was like, sign me up. So like I mentioned, this is in Rose Romance. They have several different shades, which is fantastic. It comes in this little tube right here. And this is good for 6 months, and you get 0.37 ounces. So we have that. And then what I like to do is I like to just kind of blend it. And then, I think I took a lot though, but we have that much. So I'm just gonna remove some, my other finger. And I'm going to just begin really softly blending that out. I just use my ring finger because I feel like the ring finger can really like diffuse everything very softly. And you guys can see, like it just looks really good, soft, subtle. I love this color in Rose Romance, very gorgeous. And sometimes even, let's say that I wanna kind of clean up the edge, I can go in with my Airspun powder because I feel like here it's a little messy. And then we have that pretty much under control. Oh, I also had this new Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Brow Gel, and I really have been loving this. I actually have this on my brows right now. And what I do is I try to really lightly fill in my eyebrows with pencil, and then I'll just go in with the brow gel in the areas where I feel like I may have a little tiny bit of some sparse areas. And it really does the job of kind of concealing those areas and making them stand out. We have that going on. We're quickly gonna go back to the palette. Today I don't have anything for highlight, and to be honest, I don't want to apply highlighter. I want to stick to more so of like a matte finish. So I'm gonna go back to this guy because I do want to play around with the color Originator right here, which is the shimmer that we are going to be using from this palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be taking this small brush. This is the JH39 brush. It's perfect for those like little locations where you kind of wanna do a little bit of a inner tear duct moment in that center area just to kind of create some light. It makes everything pop so nicely. Do you guys see that? Like, I just feel like if you want to open up the eye, going in with a pretty shimmery, like pearlesque shade will really open the eye in like the best way possible. Maybelline eyeshadows are honestly incredible, especially if you are on a budget or you don't like to shop at like Ulta's or like Sephora's. You can just go to your drugstore and they just have like the best stuff. I'm quickly gonna dust away this powder before I forget and walk out looking crazy. Cleans everything up so nicely. Okay, so now we're gonna finish off this look with lips. So I actually have 3 lippies. These are from Maybelline. They're the new Lifter glosses and they are absolutely beautiful. These just like really take everything to the next level. And I think I want to just show you guys how all of them look on the lips just so you guys can kind of get a good idea. I'm going to start off with Amber and I'm just going to be applying this all over the lips. This is Amber. It has like definitely like a peachy tone to it. I personally feel like it's like perfect for like a nude moment lip. But I also feel like for me personally, I would definitely go in with a liner with this because I feel like it will create some dimension, especially if I do kind of want to bring more attention to the lip. Okay, so the next shade is Stone and this one is darker. This one kind of matches my lips like pretty much perfectly. This one I can definitely wear without a lip liner by itself. I feel like for the everyday person who wants something to match their lip color, this is gonna be absolutely perfect. Okay, so today I'm gonna be going in with the shade Petal, which is the last one that I purchased, but I do wanna go ahead and line it. And this is the LA Girl lip liner in the shade Blushing. I think this is my first time trying LA Girl lip liners, so I'm really excited. Kind of like a mauve tone. So I have the lip liner on, very creamy. It's like a traditional pencil lip liner, but it's super duper creamy and just very nice on the lips. And then I'm gonna go in with Petal. Oh my gosh, it literally matches the lip liner perfectly. And I love the fact that they're not sticky. Like they're just so smooth and buttery. It almost feels like you're wearing a chapstick on the lips. Like it feels so good. So like I mentioned, this one is in Petal. Okay, so I'm gonna set the face with this IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray. It's supposed to be a skin loving product with hyaluronic acid, coconut water, and aloe vera extracts, which aloe vera is very soothing on the skin. And it's supposed to make your makeup last for up to 16 hours. So let me apply this. I can really smell the coconut water in here and the aloe extract, which is like a very nice scent, especially for right now when we're in summer. Okay guys, so this pretty much completes the full face of new makeup that I purchased recently. I will have all the details that I used on this face and even some accessories in case you guys are wondering down below in my description box. You guys can go ahead and check out all those things. Thank you guys again for watching. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video enough to stick around and become a member of me here on YouTube because I wouldn't want you guys to miss my videos for the world. I always got you guys covered on all things beauty. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that notification bell will make sure that you are notified as soon as I upload a new video because you will not want to miss all the fun that we have on my channel for the world. So do those 2 things. And that being said, I love you guys so much. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.